is a lesson for Chapter 2, Section 7. It's a two-part lesson, and here's the first part. And it's asking us about dilations, and we have to dilate some figures given a certain scale factor. And so the problems that you'll see tonight will ask you to draw the graph, or draw the figure that's given to us. We're going to end up having to plot these points, and then use the scale factor, k. So this represents our scale factor, and a scale factor ends up meaning that we're going to multiply it by a value that's given. And so in this case, whenever our scale factor is 2 or larger than 1, it's going to end up getting bigger. That's the enlargement. Or if it's smaller than 1, like this one, it'll reduce. So we have two things that are going to end up happening. One of two things. So let's start with this one. The scale factor is 2. So always look at the problem and think about what's going to happen. When the scale factor is 2, basically what we're going to do is take each of these numbers and times them by 2. So every single number gets multiplied by 2. That's what the little dot stands for, multiplication. And then the 2 stands for, that's what I'm multiplying by. So A prime is going to become 2 comma 2. Where B prime is going to become 4 comma 1. And C prime is going to end up becoming 4 comma negative 4. So you can see when the scale factor is bigger than 1, the number is going to get a lot bigger. So let's start off with the first image. So 1, 1, 2, 1, and 2, negative 2. And then just plot what points those represent. And then draw the figure. And the reason why they have you draw it is so that you can see that the figure does stay the same shape, it just changes in size. So it is similar. So over 2 up 2 spaces, and then over 4 up 1 space. And let's see here, I forgot to multiply that 1 by 2, so let's change that to a 2 there. So over 4 up 2. And that's the thing I saw. I know they're similar, so as I'm drawing AB, see how it is going parallel. Now it should be going parallel. See how it's going horizontal? Well, this one should be going horizontal as well when I draw A prime, B prime. And so when I take a look at this next one, let me get rid of that little prime sign there. Take a look at the next one. It is 4, negative 4, so over 4 spaces and then down 4 spaces. It's going to put me down here. That's C prime. So again, when you draw this, they should be parallel. And when we're dilating about the origin because we're using ordered pairs. We're changing the ordered pairs, modifying them by whatever the scale factor tells us. So let's take a look at the next one. This one is a fraction. So this scale factor is going to end up being 1/2 or 0.5. And when we have 1/2, what that means is divide by 2. So that's what I'm going to do with each of these terms. I'm going to divide them all by 2, every single number there. So A prime becomes 1 comma 2. I get that by dividing 2 over 2 makes 1, 4 over 2 makes 2. B prime, that becomes 4 over 2 makes 2. And this 4 over 2 also makes 2. And this one, C prime, becomes 2 comma negative 2. So 4 over 2 makes 2, and negative 4 over 2 makes negative 2. So I go ahead and plot those. I'll start with the first one. So over 2 up 4. There's A. B is over 4 up 4. And C is over 4 down 4. So a nice large figure here. And then when we plot them, go ahead and change color. I go over 1 up 2 for A prime, over 2 up 2 spaces, and then I end up going over 2 and then down 2 spaces. And so you get the same figure, it's just a little smaller. And that's what we'll notice about them. That's why they have us plotting them. Well, let's take a look at another one here. So this one is a little bit different because we have to multiply by 4, which is a lot larger. So basically I'm taking these numbers and multiplying them by 4. Multiply by 4, multiply by 4. So A prime becomes 4 comma 4. Or B prime becomes 4 comma 16. and C prime becomes 12, comma 16. Well, I can't go 16 spaces on this. I don't have enough space. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to count by 4s. I'm going to say that this is 4, 8, 12, 16. So I'm going to go and I'm going to plot these problems first. So over 4, up 4 would be right here. Over 4 up 16 would be over 4 up 4, 8, 12, 16. So this would be B prime. This is A prime. And then over 12, 4, 8, 12, up 16. It's going to put me right there for C prime. So that's the final image. Now let's try to draw the regular image. So when I draw the regular image, it's going to be a lot smaller. 1, 1 means you're going over one space and up one space. It's only going to be about right there. So half a space would be right here. 3/4 would be about right here. So the next one is 1, 4. So over 1 up 4. Let's be right there, right on the line. So over one space up 4. And then over 3 up 4. So over 3 doesn't quite make it to the line, but it's in between a half and this line. So right about here. And then up 4 spaces. Puts me about right there. So there it is. Very small figure. And there we have it. But it's similar to this much larger one. So let's take a look at another one. Here we have to have a scale factor of 25/100ths. Well, this is the same thing as 1/4. So that's like dividing by 4. So I just take each of these parts and I divide them by 4. So when I do that for A prime, I end up getting -1 and 5/4. Well, 5/4 is the same as 1 and 1/4. So we're at 1 and 1/4. And then B prime is going to be 1/2. 2 over 4 makes 1/2, comma 1. C prime makes 1/4, comma -3/4. So when I go ahead and try to plot these, I'll start off with my first one. Now I can fit these points on the line, so I'm going to just make a 1-to-1 graph. So I'm going over 4 to the left, and then up 5 spaces. Let's be there, that's A. B is over 2, up 4 spaces this time. And C is over 1, down 3. So I'll draw the lines between these points. So now we'll plot these new points. So -1, 1/4. So over one space and up 1 and 1/4. So 1/4 is going to be about right there. We'll call that A prime. B prime. So 1/2, 1. So over 1/2 and then just up one space. Puts me about right there. So that's B prime. And then C prime. Over 1/4 and then down 3/4. So it's going to be about right there. And when we do these points, the lines should be parallel. So for instance, AC should be parallel to this other AC. B prime, C prime parallel to BC. A prime, B prime parallel to AB. So that's what we'll end up seeing on tonight's homework. Good luck.